Hello everyone, this is Dan from TrueTrader.net, and today I'm going to go over our trades in the room for the stocks. And today was a wonderful day. 8 trades, all of them green in the first hour of the day. 4 of them were scalps, so I'm going to only go over the 4 main trades I took in the room today that were like not just quick scalps that lasted a minute. I'm talking about the ones that lasted 3 or 4 or 5 minutes. I know it sounds funny, like yeah, a 1 minute trade, but I mean really the way we trade is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes and we're done. I mean, I'm serious. Like, I'm not in a trade really for more than an hour or two unless it's a swing trade. So, first trade was FSLR, got long 53.15 against my level 52.50. That was a support zone that I had identified earlier, and I bought a little bit ahead just due to the fact that it fell over 2 points straight into this zone, and I wanted to be ahead of it just in case it couldn't get all the way down there again, considering the fact that it fell over 2 points in 3 minutes. My target was a bounce back up into 53.50, got that for half. The other half, 53.70, wonderful trade, very easy, very clean, zero stress, took about 4 minutes. Next trade was, and then the next exit I took was on INCY. Sold the rest of my swing 82s. For those of you who aren't in the room, I got long INCY 77.8. Yeah, it took some heat on this trade, but I was very confident that it would push through and revert back to the fair price, which was for me 81.50 to 82s after the announcement. So got just about 4 points on that trade. Wonderful swing. Next intraday trade was FLNT. FLNT, this one in hindsight would have been a wonderful hold on the short side, but again, I make a plan before I enter and I execute and stick to my plan no matter what happens. I don't care if it goes better than expected once I exit. I'm never going to chase a stock once I'm already out and my plan is already done and executed. So FLNT, I got short at 370. I added at 388 right around here, and I had a 379 average. I was only looking for 12 and 20 cents. I got the 12 cents, but I did not get the 20 cents. Even though it came down to 359 for 20 cents, I did not get the fill. So then once I got my half for plus 12 cents, I had my exit at break even, just 1 cent above at 380. I got hit the rest. I did not want the stock to go against my average price once I was already in the money and it was already pulling back, especially when I'm shorting front side on a squeeze like this. My stop would have been over 4. If it went above 4, I would have been out. This is a scenario where it's a 1-to-1 risk reward trade, but the odds are so heavily in my favor that even though it's 1-to-1 or even a little bit below, like 0.8 to 1 reward to risk, I will still make money long term because the odds are in my favor. So the expectancy long term is positive on trades like this. Even though I'm taking 12, 20 cents, it looks like a pike or like a scalp, but it does pay long term. So I'm totally okay with taking 1-to-1 risk reward trades if the edge is on my side. So that was FLNT again. In hindsight, would have been nice to just have a stop above the high and just hold it. Of course, that's obviously in hindsight, and I was simply executing my plan, which was once I'm in the money, my stop is going to be break even. And that's what happened. So that was FLNT. Next was SHAK, SHAK. SHAK, same thing as FLNT. Of course, in hindsight, it would be awesome to hold onto the position, but I'm simply executing my plan once I have it in place. I don't change it. So SHAK got short 71.42, covered half for 70 cents, and the rest for 1 point. That was SHAK. Next was Goldman. On Goldman, it came from 239 up into the prior day's closing price and against the pre-market highs with, at this point in time, at 10:11 or so, ES was a little bit toppy. 10:11, yep. ES had made this wick with the high volume just above the 95s and came back down. It looked as if it was going to be a failed breakout. And if you just draw a simple trend line, it looked as if we would come in and pull back a little bit and maybe give us a 50% or 38% retracement to the low 90s, high 80s, which in turn would bring Goldman down to, in my opinion, the 44s and 43s. So got short Goldman actually at the top of this run over here at 246.20 only took like 4 cents of heat. It covered 1/3 for 70 cents, covered 1/3 more for +1. And at that point, again, once I'm in the money, I don't really like to go red on the trade. And especially since my entry was near the top, I had a break even stop, which got hit. And I was out the last 1/3 for break even. Again, just a clean trade, no stress, really little risk. It was very planned out, very precise, quite surgical to be honest. And those were the main trades I took in the room. The rest were just scalps that were quick. And VLO is another idea that we had. VLO, we were going to buy low to mid 91s for a bounce back up into 94 if 92.50 got reclaimed. And the reasoning behind this was it came down from 98 right here without any green day in between straight into this support zone against 91. So we're going to risk about 1.9150, risk about a point for a move back up into 93s, 94, make 2-3x the risk. Of course, that didn't come, so the idea is now canceled. If it comes back down again, once it's already bounced, we don't want to be involved due to the fact that now it has all these buyers who got into the stock at these prices, and if it snaps the lows, it's going to wash them out and potentially even push it lower than 91, which at that point, I don't want to be involved. I want to be involved on the first push back down once everybody is being stopped out and running for the exits, not when it's already bounced and it got a whole new round of longs into the stock who need to be stopped out below the lows. I don't want to be long when this happens. I want to be long over here on the waterfall into the level on first test without any confirmation. I don't need confirmation. Okay, if you're waiting for confirmation, you buy 91.80 or 91.90. I mean 30 to 50 cents once it's already bounced, and your risk pretty much doubles if you're waiting for confirmation. So waiting for confirmation is a double-edged sword. Yeah, it's going to obviously bounce. It's going to have a reaction, right? It's going to obviously have a reaction off the support zone first test. So why would you need to wait for confirmation when you can just enter at the lows and then once it has the bounce, have a break-even stop? So my plan was to buy 91.50s first test. I don't care if it went right through it or if it confirmed at the bounce. I was just going to buy first test. Once it bounced up and reclaimed 92s, if that came, I was going to have a break-even stop. Simple as that. It didn't come. Came close, but not all the way there. And so the idea was canceled. That was our day, guys. Made just about 13,000. Again, there were a few trades in there that were scalps, but for the majority of the trades that we took today, they were solid trades, lasted a few minutes, and with minimal risk. Very fast. First hour we were done, and this is pretty much how it goes. And again, I didn't make a recap yesterday because of the fact that it was a little bit more slow. But the main point I want to talk about today is that even though some days will be slow, that's right? It's obvious, no question about that. But if you show up every single day, you'll be there for the days where the base hits will add and make the account grow. That's all that matters is the base hits. Some days you're going to have one trade, two trades. Some days you're going to have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 trades. It doesn't matter which days they are. If you're there every single day, your net expectancy, if you're trading a proper strategy, will be positive. So if you show up every single day, you will make money if your strategy is proper, right? If you're just waking up Monday and then you skip Tuesday, you wake up late on Thursday or Wednesday, and then you come back Friday and it's a mess, you will never make it, period. If you want to be a consistently profitable day trader and your habits are out of whack, you will simply just never make it. So that was my point today, guys, is that even though there weren't any really good trades yesterday, today makes up for the entire day of sitting yesterday. So one good trade per week really is all you need. And today we got multiple trades in the first hour. So just goes to show, guys, that if you show up every single day and hit the base hits when they're there, your account will grow. That's just only a matter of time. So that was our recap for the 15th of January. Hope to see you all tomorrow.